Southern Ontario got hit by a pretty intense heat wave, so I thought I would show you guys what I do to help keep my horse Polly comfortable in the heat. This starts at home by adding a good dose of electrolyte powder into her feed. You can also add more water than this, but she won't need it if I do. Remember when you get to the barn to take a moment to take care of yourself. Make sure you've got your sunscreen on, your hat, your sunglasses. If you can tolerate wearing long pants and a sun shirt, do that too. I just can't because with my pots, more fabric trapping the heat against my body makes me a serious faint risk. Here I'm just prepping 2 buckets of water, one to use for sponging her off and one to offer for her to drink. And you might be thinking, Kat, why would you sponge her off? Why don't you just use the hose? Wouldn't that be faster and more effective? And yes, it would. It would be a lot faster and it would be a lot more effective, but Polly is not a huge fan of the hose. We've been working on it and she is better than she used to be. She doesn't think it's the total enemy, but because her tolerance for things that cause her stress would probably be lower due to the heat anyways, I decided to just stick with something that would be a lot more chill and less likely to put her into an anxious fit. She honestly was not a fan of the sponge today either, so I just focused on the areas where she gets the most sweaty, like the top of her back, her neck, and in her armpit area. Obviously, it's not as thorough as if I had hosed her off, but it's better than it was before. Now, the reason this heat wave was so intense was not just the temperature, but the humidity. The Humidex was at like 43 on this day, so the bugs were horrible, and I gave her a nice coat of fly spray. It's best to apply fly spray when the horse is dry, but oh well. Even though Polly has an automatic water in her field that she has access to constantly, I always offer her a bucket of water to drink on hot days like this because it's harder for horses to get their full water intake from an automatic water, and since she downed the first one, I actually gave her a second bucket as well, which she also promptly drank all the way down. I also put her fly mask on again because the bugs were pretty bad, so I wanted to help protect her face and her ears. And this was actually the first time I have ever had Polly try to get away from me putting the fly mask on. So I don't know what that was about, but I decided she was probably going to be better off with it than without it. And here you can see she's not super happy with me, but you know what? At least she's feeling a little bit more comfortable than she was before I got here.